Hi, my name is Kaylin Hampton. I did my capstone project on the effects of alcohol consumption on sexual assault. I chose this topic because of experiences that I had in college, along with experiences that friends of mine had, and just because I have a general interest on the subject. I'm not really afraid or nervous or embarrassed to say that I have PTSD from sexual assault. It's a pretty commonly known fact among friends of mine and among my family. And I'm always interested to learn about other people's experiences and about statistics. I think it helps me to know that a lot of people are going through something similar to what I am, and that they have methods of working through it. I think one of the most interesting things that I found in my project was that a lot of men, 25% of men, are not afraid to tell surveyors that they feel that they've committed some sort of sexual assault in their lifetime. This isn't really surprising, considering that 1 in 3 women will experience some sort of sexual assault, whether that be oral, anal, vaginal, or even coercion, which is definitely sexual assault, in case you didn't know, in their lifetime. And I think it was 1 in 6 will experience that by the time they graduate college, which I thought was crazy because the average college graduate is 22 or 23, so that's a lot of women to have experienced sexual assault at that point. There have been a lot of studies done. I got to sift through quite a few of them and found them really interesting. There were no studies indicating that alcohol had no effect, but there were some saying it had very little effect, and some saying that it had a pretty extreme effect on sexual assault rates. This is due to the fact that in most cases it's both parties drinking. Alcohol exacerbates assault behaviors in men based on what's called alcohol expectancy or outcome expectancies, which is a guy goes into drinking thinking that it's going to improve his game or that it makes women looser or something, which are common misconceptions. As it is, it doesn't mean that the guy sucks as a person to begin with. And also, the woman is usually inebriated also, which makes them people make poor decisions when they're under the influence of alcohol, and so alcohol consumption has been, it's been supported to be proportionally related to sexual assault. I found it really interesting looking at all of the numbers and looking at the different methods through which you can kind of decrease these behaviors, because if you think about it, you're not going to be able to get college students not to drink. But what you can do is build up awareness of the fact that alcohol can cause you to make bad decisions. And while a lot of people know that, there's not a lot of programs that spend a lot of time focusing on how decreasing your alcohol intake or taking a designated driver or a sober friend with you can help you to avoid making some life-altering decisions. And a lot of those campaigns focus on driving drunk, which is obviously something that you don't want to do, but they don't focus on how this can prevent you from assaulting someone or being assaulted. And I think that it's so high in college. They showed that it was so high in college because young adults were just reaching the stage where they were independent and they could make their own decisions. And it's natural to go out and drink, and it's natural to be more promiscuous. Those are risk behaviors that are simply associated with being of college age. One last thing that I learned was that the only thing that has been truly linked as a precursor to sexual assault is prior sexual assault. So you are more likely to be assaulted if you have already been assaulted, and this is based on your behaviors. But they haven't found a causal relationship about whether it's the prior assault that causes the second assault, or whether it's vulnerability from the prior assault that makes women more vulnerable to a second assault. I just thought that was interesting because I know a lot of people assume, oh, well, if you get drunk, you're going to get assaulted. Or alcohol causes sexual assault, but it doesn't cause it. It's just correlated, and that's important to remember. It's important to remember that just if you go out and have a drink, you're not necessarily, I mean, they're not mutually exclusive. You're not stuck getting sexually assaulted if you go out and drink. But you have to make smart decisions. You should go in pairs if you're a woman and if you're a guy. Everybody makes better decisions when they have someone there to help them rather than if they try to go by themselves and get under the use of a substance such as alcohol. I definitely forgot what I was going to say. So that's my video. That's my project. I'd love it if you guys would read it. I'm pretty proud of my paper, actually, and I think that the information in it is really important. Thank you.